It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Finland. And the beer is, well, first of all, it's handmade. It's from Stallhagen and it's their black vanilla cinnamon slow beer at 6% ABV. Look at that wonderful looking beer. Lovely label. Handmade bottle cap. Not a handmade bottle cap, but just handmade, written on the bottle cap here. Described as the slow beer. So what am I expecting from this beer? Well, let's get it open into a glass and see what we get. While I do that, wow, look at that. What I would expect from a slow beer is something that you take your time with, you enjoy slowly. It's not a beer to rush. Wow. Look at that. First of all, look at the colour. Some deep kind of mahogany, murky, lovely looking beer. Look at the carbonation rolling up the side of that glass. My glasses are looking a little bit battered and old, but they still work. They still hold beer in. So, it's not a clear beer. It's a beer that, as I mentioned earlier, is murky, but carbonated. Let's get the aroma. Cheers. Interesting. I'm getting berry. I'm picking up a lot of lemon, a lot of orange, bit of prune, a little bit of that vanilla, and I reckon the cinnamon will come in the taste. So let's dive in. Cheers. Wow. For the 6% beer, oh blimey. For a 6% beer, that is wonderful. Very drinkable beer, nicely carbonated. It uplifts you. That carbonation kind of explodes on the tongue. But you get the most wonderful coconutty, chocolatey, vanilla, medium and then finish to this beer. It's like, how can I describe it? The vanilla sweetness just keeps coming and coming and coming. It just keeps building, really builds on you. But then there's a little bit of kind of sweet chocolate and coconut. It's, if you've got a sweet tooth, I've got a sweet tooth. If you've got a sweet tooth and you like them flavours, then you will like this beer. It's malty, it's bready, it's biscuity, slightly hoppy. But this beer is all about the chocolate, sweet chocolate, and then a lovely vanilla coconut finish. Very, very nice beer. Very nice beer. But as it says on the bottle, it's a slow beer. A handmade slow beer. So I feel like I want to take my time with it, slow down with it, just enjoy myself with it, rather than really kind of rush it down now and not kind of savour the moment of this beer. It's not a medium mouthfeel, but I don't think it needs to be. It's a cool beer. I've cooled it down a little bit on the back wall of the kitchen. It's winter, so it's the ideal wall to leave your beer on, and it will get the temperature absolutely perfect for your beer. I've done that, and it's, as I mentioned, the mouthfeel is not medium. It's very drinkable, but it's nice and cool. So all of them nice flavours are being kind of magnified just by the drinkability of this beer, just by the just how cool this beer is. If you think about it, some people like to put their kind of confectionaries in the fridge, their chocolates, their coconuts and sweets and whatever. I do. So if you think of a nice kind of coolish beer with them flavours, you can imagine that working. You can imagine that match coming together. That is a fantastic beer from Stallhagen in Finland. I'd like to thank Åland for sending me this beer. Thank you, Åland. I've got a few more beers coming from Finland for review, including a double IPA at 8.5% ABV and a 9% beer that as well. That will warm the old cockles in winter. But for now, we're going to rate this 6% slow beer, this Stallhagen Black Vanilla Cinnamon. How would I rate it? It's a high rating, and it's a high rating because it's a really good beer. I can imagine Åland buying 2 bottles of everything that he sent me, and he's trying these beers and he's thinking, does he want them reviewed? And yes, of course he wants them reviewed. He's drinking them and he's thinking, yes, that man will like that beer. So I think he's chosen the beers to send me on the basis of what I review. I review porters and stouts and IPAs and everything, and I enjoy good beer. This is a good beer. It's a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.